And we're live. Beautiful. So today we are going to be making this game. We're restarting from scratch for the stream. First thing we're gonna do is just make the background color something different. There we go. Rename the scene of battle scene. Just battle. I'll be right back. Alright, sorry, I'm back. Void, hello. Alright, so let's get started. First of all, I want this color to be a little more blue, a little bit brighter. Alright, that's nice. So we'll start by creating the player. Sprite, name it player. No, actually keep it uncapped. No, yeah, caps the first letter. Alright, create with Pixel. We're gonna make it 32 by 32. And this is all just placeholders. We're just making art until the actual art's made. Make it black. I want it to look a little bit nice though, so we're gonna put a little bit of effort into it anyway. That's too dark, that's too bright. Actually, don't do that yet, hang on. Take this, move it to the edge, give it like a point. Like that. Make this a bit brighter. Give it an edge. There we go. Now I have a point. We'll give it eyes. Make them a bit farther away. Get a brighter gray to make the pupils. Like that. Then we'll add this. Boom. We got the player for now. It works. Drag him into the scene. First thing we need to do when the game starts, so at the beginning of scene, zoom the camera in twice, like that. Give this the behavior smooth camera, and now we should zoom into the player. Perfect. Now we need to give it the actual behavior so we can control it. So we'll give it, this is the easiest part of development. Top down, no, not, wait. Top down movement, yes. Top down controller mapper, no. Not yet. Alright, top down movement, disable controls so we can't, well, let's do that for now, I guess. Acceleration, double that to 800, deceleration 2000. I already know all this. 100 max speed. This is how I did it in the last version. And then create an object so that we can kind of see how we're moving. Wall. Make it 32 by 32. Black. And just place that down. And now we can move at B, but it's the arrow keys, and I don't want to use the arrow keys. So we're going to disable rolls. default controls. And we're going to make a new external event called controls. In the battle scene, we're going to reference that. So add link external event, controls. So now we can do code here. All right, so now we just got to do if key pressed do thing. So if key pressed W, simulate control up. Make a 3D game. That's the end goal. I have an idea for a 3D game that I want to make. It's kind of like Lethal, but a lot different. Like it's inspired by Lethal Company, but it's nothing like the same gameplay. Like this is a Lethal-like game. That game isn't a Lethal-like. It's a whole different thing, but it's a horror game. I don't want to share too much about it yet. Why didn't that work? Okay, there we go. Up. A W is up. So W A S D A S D. A is left. S is down. D is right. So now this works. Wait, no. A is right and D is right. A left. Perfect. Now we can walk around. Alright, now let's make a grouped event just for organization purposes. WASD movement. Put all these in there. And then close it. There we go. We got movement. We made one step of progress. That's the easiest part though. The attack is gonna be a lot harder. So that's what we're doing next, I guess. The movement's all good. Oh wait, no, let's make okay, so this is an important part of the game. Another event, we're gonna make another group here. This is gonna be space camera lock is what we'll call it. If space key pressed no key pressed. Why isn't that working? You're just streaming for me at this point, yeah. People join every now and then, but it's rare. I want to start using Twitch, maybe. I'm considering it. So space key is pressed. Make it to where it no longer rotates. So the player does not rotate when the space key is pressed, but when the space key is released, enable rotation again. So now I'm holding space, I no longer rotate. If I let go, I'm rotating again. Perfect. But when space key is pressed, we're gonna rotate the player. Rotate port towards position. Player towards cursor X, cursor Y at the same speed you normally rotate, so 360. So now, if we don't hold space, we rotate wherever we're walking towards. But if we hold space, we rotate towards the mouse. See that? And that's the basic controls done. Now is the harder part. Yeah, I do stream pretty late most of the time, to be honest. That's just usually when I'm free. When I'm done at the end of the day with everything. So it's school and work. Alright, now's the hard part. Let's go ahead and create the assets we need. So we need a swing animation. Name it swing player. It's going to be 64 by 64. And very basic. First, it's in the middle. That's the first frame. Next frame, a little bit more. Actually, give it more curve. That's good. Duplicate, make it a bit longer. Duplicate, bit longer, bit thicker. Duplicate. Bit shorter on this side. Duplicate. Bit thinner. Duplicate. A lot smaller. That's actually pretty bad. No, yeah, go back. Move this to like here. That's better. Oh, you can't see the Pascal? Damn. That's weird. You should be able to. Let me change that. Okay, I'm gonna delete window capture so you can't see shit. And then I'm just gonna do screen capture. Display capture. There you go, now you can see everything. Name this swing. Oh wait, I need to rotate it actually. So select the whole thing, rotate 3 times, and then do that for every single one. Needs to be sideways like the player. Wait. There we go. We also need a hurt box, like a hit box. So we're gonna do, it's gonna be 10 by 64, just a red bar. Swing animation, yeah, so it's gonna, like, this is the animation, this is how it looks. Whenever you click, it goes woo and swings, but it needs to be a little bit faster, so 4. There we go. And then it deletes when it's done, so it doesn't have this little, it doesn't like remain like that. Okay. So we need points on the player now. Well, we need a couple of things. First, let's edit the collision, because this is not correct. Add 4 more vertices and just make the collision box. That way, once we add collision for walls, it won't run into the corners. Now edit points. We need a front and a back point. We also need the origin point to be in the center. I know you probably don't understand what's happening. But basically, we're able to reference points in the code. So like if I want to create an object, I can create an object at a point on the player. So we're gonna add a point, name it front, and then move this point here. And we're gonna create the swing animation at this point. And we're also gonna have another point back, which is gonna be used later. Just do that now. There we go. So now we have a back and a front point that we can reference things to. So we're going to do controls, add new event. If mouse button is pressed, left click. So if left button is pressed, we're going to change the maximum speed of the player to 50. So now we slow down. 25. That's too slow. 35. Perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna disable rotation. Are you doing this by yourself or with other people? I have a team. We have an artist, we have a music man, a musician, and we have another coder. But I'm just starting the project by myself right now. We have a whole Discord server right here. Not at Games. This is just all of us. And we're all working on the game. It's very cool. What am I doing? Are you making a game? Yes, we are. We're making a Souls-like, Lethal-like game. So if mouse button is released, first thing we're gonna do. First thing we're gonna do is create the hurt box. So what we're gonna do is create object, I didn't name it yet. Created at player.pointX_front. That's the point that we just made in front of the player. Wait 0.1 seconds, and then we're gonna delete it. Also name it something, because I didn't name it. Hurtbox. So now whenever we click, oh, I didn't edit the points. Is this Python? No, this is GDevelop. It's codeless. So first of all, this hitbox is way too big. So let's shorten it a bit. Instead of 64, we'll do 32. The points are fucked up again. Also make it rotate. So rotate towards angle, hurtbox, angle rotate towards player dot angle, and then angular speed 0. That didn't work. Right there. Now it'll work. Yep, now we have our hurtbox. So Snail Juice's Lyric and Max. Max isn't in the team. It's Snail Juice's Lyric and a guy named Beatley that I met on Reddit. He's not in the server like everyone else is. But he's familiar with my YouTube channel and stuff. He's cool. He was on earlier, but he has a migraine, so he kind of got off. I don't want to check Discord because everyone's going to see my private conversations. It's Lyric. Touch left mouse button is released, creates the hurtbox. We need another one of these. So when mouse button is released, actually wait 0.2 seconds before doing anything. So before it creates the hurtbox, wait 0.2 seconds. Alright, so the very first thing, before it even waits, the very first thing, what we actually forgot to do this. Let's add a new animation for the player. Copy this one. Paste it in the new animation, which needs to be 32 by 32. Make its eyes close. There we go. Name this one Eyes Closed. So when the attack starts, we're going to change the animation. What is the character you will play as when the game comes out? There's going to be multiple different characters. There's going to be like a light, a medium, and a heavy class that you can select from. Set to eyes closed. So now it closes the eyes, makes you slower, and creates the hurtbox. Oh, also, whenever this starts, so whenever you let go, deactivate top-down movement. So now it'll stop. You'll stop moving when you attack. But right now you never start moving again. Any animation player eyes closed. 0.2 seconds. Create object, sword swing at player point X front. Oh wait, make it rotate too before I forget. That way it rotates like to whatever the player's rotation is. Oh, and edit the points. Always forget to do that. There we go. Wait. There we go. And then at the end, wait 0.2 seconds and then reactivate the player's behavior and change the animation back to idle, which I forgot to name. Two more things we gotta do. One is rechange the max speed back to 100. We need a new script that says when the animation for the sword swing is done, so when animation finished sword swing player is completed, then it will delete the sword swing. So it won't stick around. And there we go. Although, let's change the origin point for this to here. That way it spawns a little bit more out there. Because right now it's kind of too far back. Yeah, see now they're kind of where it's supposed to be. Alright, cool. Right now we can rotate while we swing. I don't want that to happen. So, how do we fix that? Right now, it's in space movement. So when space key is pressed, we're gonna have to have a variable. Take some notes. Creates hurtbox. Alright, cool. So, oh, 300. What would you do if I donated $100 right now? I would cry. That's what I would do. I need money so bad. I would probably cry. I'm poor. Touch your left mouse button to release. Okay, so this is gonna be difficult. I'm trying to think. I just want to make sure I do this right. What's the very next thing we should do? Actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to add the sounds. So at the beginning of the scene, add sub-event. First thing we're going to do is preload the sounds. So preload sound file /1. We need to preload /1 through 3. /1, /2. /3. Now, when you swing, play a sound, swing 1, no volume yet, put that here. Oh, you can spam right now too. Gotta fix that. Also, another thing that I forgot to do. Once it creates, we're gonna apply a force, add force, move towards objects, add make the player go towards player swing, 600 pixels per second permanent. Move player towards permanent. Stop player. But I only want it to do 0.1 seconds. So let's duplicate this and make these both 0.1. There we go. Now kind of dash forward a bit. A bit too much. 300. There we go. Just dash forward a little bit. Now we need to make these move with the player. So what we're going to do is add a new event. I could donate $100 tomorrow, maybe. Don't worry about it if you can't do it. But if you can, I would legitimately freak out. They're not... Donations are encouraged, but not required, as Kill Bill says. But I would very much appreciate it. Of course. Of course I would. Of course I would. This is hard. We don't need a condition. We just need to make it to where Swordswing player position player dot point X front player dot Y front, and then same thing with Hurtbox. Cool. That's awesome. Let's do. Go ahead and do this now. Once the Hurtbox is created, hide it. Hide Hurtbox. There we go. You're not supposed to see that. Make this a little longer. Make that even longer. Got like 0.4 seconds. There we go. I want to. You deserve it. You're awesome, man. You're the best viewer I got. You're truly a Chad. Alright, this is good. So now we need to do the combo thing where you swing one way and then the other and then you like stab forward. So that's kind of a bitch to do, but we can do it. Move this to above here for now. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a variable called attack part default 0. Right? And we're going to do it to where you can only attack if the attack part variable is 0, which is the default. So right now nothing is different, we can still attack. But we're gonna make it to where once you attack, it sets that variable. It changes the variable. Change other variable value player attack part to 1. So now once we attack, we can never attack again because it's 1 now. Why are we moving slowly? Oh, I see why. Okay, so we're gonna add a sub event. So after this is you did not hear that voice crack. It didn't happen. That was a ploy by the government. So at the end, if the attack value is still 1, then it's gonna set it back to 0. So now once we're done attacking, that fixed the spam issue. We can't spam anymore. But it's also going to allow us to add multiple parts. So we're going to go ahead and duplicate this entire code. So now there's 2 of these. But this one's going to be if it's 1, change to 2, and if it's still 2, change to 0. This is going to allow us to combo. Wait. Oh wait, change it to 1 after this. Also flip vertically swing player just to see if it works. Yep, it works. Also, make these three happen in this. Yeah, there we go. What would you do right now if I unsubbed? I would commit suicide. No, I'm joking. I'd be pretty devastated though if you unsubscribed, because I'd be like, what did I do? This is too long. Make this 0.3 seconds. Why is that happening? I'm referencing my old code. Attack on cooldown? Oh, okay, I see. So, we need a new variable. Attack on cooldown. Make it a boolean, which is true or false. So by default, the cooldown is on false. You're actually my favorite streamer to watch. I don't even know why. I'm just that cool. I'm just so epic. I don't even like watching streams. Like that's why I consider myself so bad at it. I don't know what makes a stream good because I don't watch them. Like I watch a lot of YouTube videos, so I know how to make a good YouTube video. But at the same time, my streams have kind of just like a hangout vibe to them because of how lax they are. There's not like banners all over my shit like, yo, donate now. And I'm not trying to keep an audience's attention. I'm just kind of chilling, which doesn't make for a good stream in terms of like engagement, but it makes for a very laid back stream, which I think some people can enjoy. Okay, so make object variable value. Actually, let's do that in the hurtbot. No, should we do it its own thing? Yeah. New event. When left mouse button is released. Change object variable value. Attack on cooldown, make it true. Wait, we'll do 0.3 seconds and then we'll make it false. And we'll make it to where we can only do these if attack on cooldown is false. Otherwise we cannot. Okay, let's see if that works. Now we can't spam. If I spam, it just doesn't normally. Oh, that's not a good sign. Favorite enemy character from any game? Slivel from Rocket Slime. What a badass. Although no one knows about that game but me. Why is it doing that? That's so weird. I think maybe I can't have this in its own event. Let's try just setting it to true here. And then setting it to false here. That fixed it. Yeah, we just can't have it in its own event. That's fine. And then we need to add this, so do that here as well. So true, and then set it to false. Here? Yeah. Then we need one more of these. This one's gonna be if attack part is 2. We don't need to set it anymore. We don't even need this sub event anymore. Actually, we'll keep it. No, wait, yeah, we do need to make it 3. Make the attack part 3. Like Cuphead? Really? I don't think I see it. Well, I can kind of see it. Yeah, no, I do kind of see it, actually. With the eyes. He's like an anti-hero character in the game. And he has the best song as well. So if this needs to be a 3. Okay. This is gonna be annoying. We have to make another animation now. So this is gonna be jab 32 by 32. Is it 30? No, it's 64 by 64. All right, and we're gonna make it like a little whoop, and then duplicate it a bit longer. Duplicate it, bit longer, bit thicker. One more, just make it thicker, and a little bit longer. Duplicate, remove the center. Longer, thinner, duplicate, remove more of the center, duplicate, that's kind of bad, but it works. Opinion on the one old meme I keep posting in your Discord server. The old guy, I love him. He's like my favorite. At least he used to be. Back when he was in his prime. I still like him quite a lot though. Alright, change animation of swing player to jab. Does this work already? Yeah, it does, but why does it do both? That's weird. Why is it doing that? It's doing the first one. It's doing this one. That's so weird. It changes the variable to 2, and it has to be 2. This one has to be 0. So why is it doing both? Oh. Do that here. Yeah. Move that here. Move that here. There we go. Cool. Let's also make him dash a bit farther forward. So 600 on the last swing. I like it. That feels good. Alright, let's go ahead and make collision work. So we'll make a new external event with collision. Reference it here, like controls. Infinite, it's just gonna be infinite. It's gonna be like a little bit of lore, but it's not gonna be anything crazy. It's basically, the whole idea is that you're dead, and during your life you collected so much debt for being a bad person that you have to pay off your debt, which is like an unfathomable number, and that's quota. Your quota is trying to pay off that debt, which never ends because it's so big. The game's gonna be called Debtless. All right, so collision if the player is in collision with wall, then separate player and wall. Perfect. And we already have the collision map, so it all fits perfectly. The hell was that? I have no devices over here. What just made it like it sounded like someone's dying. That was weird. Will this game be costing money? Probably. Not much though. Like probably like $5 to $10. Because the vision that I had for the game was pretty big. Bigger than Scrap Battle is for sure. Hey, Leader's here. What's up? You heard that? I don't know what that was. I literally have nothing over here. Like at all. My Switch dock is over here. My Switch is upstairs. My watch is over there, which wouldn't be making that noise. I don't know what the fuck that was. I'm spamming Kais in that stream all day. Wow. I thought we were in. Section 80? I don't even know what that is. Oh, we need to make. So group this. Click attack. Put all this in there. Cool. Okay, now we're gonna make a couple things for later. So the first thing we're gonna do is make a circle. We're gonna call this target ring. We're gonna make it like 100 by 100 maybe. Make it one big old circle. This is probably gonna be too big actually. With the characters 32 by 32, let's do 70 by 70. We'll see how it looks. Make it a yellow circle. That is probably too small. Let's do 90 by 90, not 90 by 9. Opinion on Jack's films? I used to watch him a lot whenever he was doing the Sniper Wolf bingo, but other than that, I've never really been a huge fan of him. Just not my kind of content. That's better. Now we need one more. We'll make this one attack ring. Make this one 120 by 120. Make this one green. This one can be 0. This one can be 1. I'll explain why I'm doing this in a second. Make this a bit bigger. Kind of give you the rundown of what I'm doing. Okay, so the yellow circle is what the enemy is going to target. Well, let me real quick. Let me do a couple things. Jack's up the guy. I used to love Jack. Besides me, who's your favorite person in the Discord server? Probably Lyric. Well, ignoring Adam, because he's like my brother. Probably Lyric. Okay, so if... No, we just need... Okay. Position target ring to player dot X and player Y. And then same thing with target ring. Wait, no, we didn't. Attack ring. Okay, so basically these are going to be invisible, but the way that works is that the enemies, if they're within a certain range of the player, are going to target this yellow circle until they're touching it. So once they touch the circle, they're going to stop moving towards the player. And if they're in the green circle, they're going to start attacking. So even if they're like not in that yellow circle, they're going to attack as long as they're in the green circle. And that's why we made those. Go ahead and make the enemy now. Stream my entire life. I don't know if I could do that at work. I don't know if they'd let me. Make it a dark purple. Okay. Idle. New animation. Do 2 by 32. Make the eyes closed animation. So first thing I want to do is make it to where I can attack them. Let's also make, so at the beginning of the scene, these go invisible. I'll go ahead and leave them for now. Yeah, let's make it to where we can damage the enemy. Let's also add the new sounds. Enemy hit. And kill. Okay. Make a new script. Call it enemy damage. Reference that in the battle right here. Enemy damage. Collision. If enemy is in collision with hurt box. Oh wait, we need to add, no. We don't need that variable we made. We need to give him the behavior. Health. Change health points, no. Apply damage to enemy, 25. There we go. So now if we swing at him 4 times, he dies. Right? 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. Oh wait, we haven't made it where he can die yet. Health points of enemy less than or equal to 0. Play a sound. Kill. Delete enemy. Make this only trigger once. Do you enjoy tea? Not really. I'm not a huge tea guy. Yeah, he dies now, but way too fast. Why did it only take 2 hits? Also, why can we rotate while 1 hit? What? Oh, I see. Trigger once. Perfect. You've never tried tea before? It's nasty. Add a force to enemy. Speed No. Towards an object. We're gonna do enemy towards the player. Yeah, at the player. Negative 100. And then stop them after 0.2 seconds. Or 0.1 seconds. $300. Biggest donation I've ever received? I don't even know. Like something, I think it was like 25 or less. Not very much. Not enough for me to remember it. I haven't gotten a lot of big donations. Why did it just take damage and die in 3 hits? That's not good. That one doesn't work at all. That's weird. Oh. That'll fix it. Yep. Do you find crime shows interesting? Reasonably, yeah. I don't watch a lot of shows in general. But if I were to be watching one of those, I wouldn't complain. I just don't watch a lot of TV at all. I also want to only be able to do the space thing. I don't want to be able to rotate like that. We need another variable for that. Can rotate. Default true. Set to false. Set it to true here. Here. And here. Perfect. Wait, what? Oh no, it says true. 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 And then that's a false here. Yeah. There we go. Perfect. This is going very well. So now give this guy the behavior pathfinding. Rotation speed 360. I want to copy over all the. So this is like 800. Max speed is slower than the player, so 50. Make a new script. Enemy AI. This is the part where we code the AI, which is so hard. It's so difficult. Move to position. Player. Destination X position. What was it called? What did we name it? Is it attack circle? Target circle? Yeah, target ring X. Target ring Y. Enemy. So now it'll pathfind towards target ring. And once it gets there, it does not stop. If enemy is not colliding with target ring, then do that. Not. Why does he keep going? If enemy is in collision with target ring. Deactivate pathfinding. There we go. He's not getting close enough to it. Oh, that's because his collision. I need to make his collision. Will I ever make donations appear on this screen? I have no idea how, but I'd love to. Is making a game fun? It is very fun. It is one of the most fun things, in my opinion. Okay, so now he goes towards the circle. We also want to make it to where if the distance between player and the enemy is, we'll say, like 100 pixels for now, then he'll target me. Right now he won't. Close enough, then he'll start. But that's too close. We'll do like 300. Probably more like 400. $250. Just to test it, 100. $200. I don't want to target. Yep, there we go. Perfect. I need to change this back to 0.1. Pathfinding. Okay. So same thing, no. Copy this. If the distance is below 200 pixels, rotate enemy, rotate towards position, enemy, player X, and player Y, 360. Okay. Worst part of making a video game, bug fixing. I hate bug fixing because it's like you're not actually making progress, you're just fixing issues. No, stop. Health points of enemy is less than or equal to 0. Wait 1 second. 858-536. 858-536. 858-536. There's no whenever we kill him, it'll create a new guy. Oh shit. Less than or equal to, and only trigger it once. What? Eight five eight 536. 858-536. Why isn't it creating a new one? I have 9 plus notifications in Discord. Yeah, I'm just ignoring them. That's weird that it's not creating another one. If the health points of the enemy are below 0, wait 1 second, create object enemy. What if they're important? They text me if it was important. It's probably just... Yeah, I'm seeing them now. It's just fucking server at everyone's. Look at my phone. One of those from you in the server. And you DMing me the fucking picture of the guy. I don't know why it's not spawning a new guy. That's so weird. Is dead. That still didn't work. Oh my god. How did we do it in the old code? Why isn't this working? Alright, we're checking the old code. If the health points of enemy are less than 0, create... What the fuck? That's literally what I did. That's exactly what I did. Health points of enemy less than or equal to 0. Create object enemy. Doesn't do it. But if for some reason I make this greater than 0, it works, right? Yeah. Equal to. I don't know why that's not working. It's so weird. I don't know what else to do. I don't know why this isn't working. Oh, I know why. Good enemy damage. That might fix it. Yeah. What a dumb thing. It's because he was being deleted the second he was killed. So the health points were never less than 0. Because the health points were gone. They didn't exist anymore. There we go. Now every time he dies, it waits 1 second and then spawns a new guy. Also, just to make sure... Oh, well, actually, it's not going to work until we do this. Obstacle for pathfinding. So now, if we have, like, a wall here... He'll go around the wall to get to me. Why wasn't he rotating? Also, collision if enemy is in position with the wall, move enemy away from wall. That's weird that he's not rotating until he sees me. That was weird. He just teleported. Well, why? We collide. I also want to test something to see if it works. Two enemies. Do they both die individually? Make a new collision, so if enemy is in collision with enemy, move enemy away from enemy. So now they will collide. Alright, we're making some good progress. I'm probably gonna head off for the night. It's getting late as fuck. And I'm a bit tired. So we'll work on this some more tomorrow. We made a lot of good progress, I think. Tomorrow I'll work on the health bars and making the enemies attack back. And then we can start working on like the inventory system and stuff for collecting items. But, will there be a currency? Yeah, there's going to be two different types of currencies. I'll explain more about that tomorrow. But there's going to be two different currencies. One for upgrades and one for items. And, like, upgrades. Not upgrades. Like, power-ups and shit. But anyway, I'm going to bed. I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.